Hi folks, in today's video we're going to go over grip basics. This is for new shooters or shooters that have experience that want to just go back to the basics. Maybe you're having some issues while you're shooting, maybe you're having some malfunctions, you don't know why. It could be due to improper grip. So that's what we're going to go over today. So before I start, I want to just let everybody know that this is one of my cert pistols. It is not a real firearm, meaning it does not fire. It is by Next Level Training. This is one of many models that they have. This is a detachable magazine. This is great for training. It actually fires or shoots a laser. So you can, CERT stands for, it's an acronym for Shot Indicating Resetting Trigger. So you can see where your shot's gonna go and the trigger resets. So it doesn't, you don't have to rack the slide. So it's a great training tool, and we talk about this in other videos as well. So this is something you can practice your grip, you can practice your shooting technique, your stance, you can practice so many things with this. Great tool to have. So that's what I'm going to use today. This is about the size and shape of a Glock 17. So whether someone hands you the gun or you pick it up off of a table, you're at the range maybe, this is what you're going to do. You're going to use your shooting hand or your strong hand. You're going to use the V part between your thumb and your index finger, and you're going to put that right against the back strap as high as you can get on the back strap. You're going to wrap these bottom three fingers around the grip right up against the trigger guard. Now my right trigger finger or my index finger is going to be straight along the frame of the gun. That's not going to be anywhere around the trigger. So you get into the habit, as soon as you grip that gun, your finger is straight along the frame of the gun. It's not up here near the slide. Obviously this slide, when the gun fires, is going to cycle very quickly. You don't want your finger up here. You want it along the frame of the gun. Now if we switch around to the other side, my thumb is up out of the way so you can see these three fingers are wrapped around. The V part of my hand is high on the back strap. You don't want space in here, right? You don't want a gap in here, because if you have a gap in there, when you fire the gun, recoil, it's going to move the gun unnecessarily, right? So you want it high up there, three fingers wrapped around. My index finger or trigger finger is straight along the frame. Now, you see all this space here on the grip is exposed. That's where my support hand is going to go. Now, obviously this is one of the larger guns. If it's a smaller gun, you're not going to have as much space. If you have larger hands, you might not have as much space. If you have smaller hands, you're going to have more space, so on and so forth. My support hand, and by the way, this grip with my strong hand, think of it more like a firm handshake. Now this support hand is going to be more like a vice grip, more like a clamping. So we're going to try to cover this area that's exposed, right? We want to get as much of our hands on the exposed area that we can. Our thumbs are going to be pointing straight towards our target, right? See how my thumbs are stacked. So my support hand thumb is below my strong hand thumb. That's up here. And depending on the size of your hands and the size of the gun, your thumb position or hand position may look a little different than mine, but this is the general idea here. Your thumbs are stacked. One is more forward than the other, of course. Your support hand, you see I'm covering as much as this area as I can. My thumbs are pointing towards my target, and our thumbs aren't up here. We don't do anything back here. Obviously, again, this slide is going to cycle very quickly, so we don't want to be near that slide with our position here. And that's pretty much it with our grip here, folks. At this point, we have our grip, our two-handed grip. We're going to come up on target and extend our arms depending on our stance, which we'll go over in another video. You can use what's called a weaver stance, whereas your support hand is slightly bent, your strong hand is almost locked out, not quite, and you have a push-pull type of a grip on your gun. If you're talking about an isosceles, where you're standing square to your target and your feet are spread out apart and you're going to extend your arms equally, shoulders are going to be slightly forward, and we're bringing our gun up to our eye level or a natural aiming area. So that's it with the grip, folks. And this is just for basics for now, but when you get into some more advanced shooting and more advanced techniques, you can practice strong hand only shooting. I'm a retired state trooper, And during our shoots during the year, we would go through all different types of shooting. We would do strong hand only, we do weak hand only. We would have to clear a malfunction or reload with our weak hand only. So think in terms of how you would do that. There's a way to do that. There's multiple ways to do that where you would have to, and you think of yourself in a defensive shooting situation where maybe you get shot or injured in your right arm or your shooting arm and you have to do everything with your weak hand, right? So think in terms of that. Some people have never shot with just their weak hand. So it's something to do in a more advanced class when you get some more experience, but you really need to have the basics down. Again, we're going to go over it again real quick. You're gripping the V of your hand, high on the back strap, bottom 3 fingers wrap around right up against the bottom of the trigger guard. My trigger finger is straight along the frame of the gun. On the other side, you see the exposed area. I want to cover that as much as I can with my support hand. Our thumbs are stacked, pointing towards our target. Our strong hand is more like a firm handshake, and our support hand is more like a vice or squeeze grip. And there you have a quick explanation on pistol grip basics. So if you're a beginner shooter or if you're an experienced shooter, you just need a review on pistol grip basics, there you have it. I do want to mention our online course that's available for those that want to increase their personal safety, elevate their situational awareness, and master concealed carry. The course consists of over 11 hours currently of training videos. If you go to shopmtgsafety.com, you can get more information on our course. There's so much information in there, folks. There's 5 modules from use of force to personal safety at home, at work, in public. We go over all kinds of concealed carry techniques and tips. For example, what to do with your concealed carry when you use a public restroom. We cover stuff like that. We go over clearing rooms at home or shooting from a kneeling position, shooting from behind cover. We go over all that stuff. Defensive shooting techniques. We have a bunch of self-defense videos of what to do if you get attacked with a knife or a gun at close range. We have all kinds of information in there, folks. Go to shopmtgsafety.com for more information. Right now, it's only $97. Again, it's over 11 hours of video instruction. Also included are weekly Zoom sessions where you can ask questions or voice your concerns. So go to shopmtgsafety.com for more information on our online course available now. If you like this video, please hit that like button and share it, folks, with anyone you think will appreciate it. Also, consider subscribing if you're not a subscriber. Thanks for watching. Take care and stay safe.